back to Midday. Very fitting for the weather we're having out there. Such cold conditions. We're talking about cold stress and the impact it has on you if you do work outside. Patrick Davey joining us today from WorkSafe BC. Welcome back to the show.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is a big factor. A lot of people in our part of the woods do work outside, and it's pretty chilly out there.
You know, I think it's -5 right now. With wind chill, it's probably -11. And when the thermometer dips below zero, we're more apt to have cold stress conditions. And this leads to a lot of problems out there, whether it be frostbite, trench foot, which we first heard in World War II, and hypothermia. In fact, we have, you know, as it gets colder, and if we don't put controls in place, in BC, we lead to a lot of serious injuries and actually one fatality. In fact, in the last 5 years, we've had 45 worker injuries and one fatality related to cold stress.
What are the occupations most at risk?
It's kind of what you most might think, outside jobs, but there are inside jobs too. The outside jobs tend to be in the service sector, whether it be the parking lot attendant, people that work on utilities, the people up at Sun Peaks right now on the ski hill, sitting there. Followed next by what I'd say resource workers, oil and gas, the people out doing logging right now, and construction. Look at the people right at Orchards Walk, up on that 4-story walk up with this breeze. Also, there's inside workers, and most commonly they're the people that work in cold storage, freezers. These are all people at risk of cold stress.
What can workers do to prevent having injuries or problems related to the cold?
You know, today, especially with the wind chill, I think one of the first things you need to do is go on Environment Canada's website, look at how cold it's going to be, look at the wind chill factors, that type of thing, and plan to cover up, minimize your skin's exposure to the cold. Layered clothing, like I have on today, keep your clothing dry, keep bare hands free of frozen metal objects. Tongues don't do that.
Do not do that.
That's not a good thing.
We all do it once in grade 3, but after that,
once.
Don't
You
do
it once.
I know, right?
Stay hydrated, but try and stay away from coffee and tea. It's not good for you. Be work rested, and that means because fatigue can be a risk factor when it's cold. It can. Another big thing is wear something on your head, because the head loses a lot of heat. And schedule breaks in warm areas out of the cold.
Absolutely. We have some footage, a WorkSafe BC video that we can show of a tree feller, so classic outdoor job. The person in this video, who I think we'll see pretty quickly here, looks like he's wearing your outfit today, Patrick.
A little bit different. I used to do this myself, and these gentlemen, especially in the interior, they could be out there 10, 20, 30 below degree temperatures. As you can tell from this fellow, he's dressed for it. He's got different layers on, whether it's his falling pants, underneath his falling pants, long johns. See all the different layers?
Yeah.
Also the fallers too, they work on a man-check system, so they're always checking on each other to make sure they're okay, especially in the cold.
Right. So layering up is a huge part of it. The employer plays a part in this too, though, in terms of taking responsibility.
Yeah, you know, the employers need to identify the potential risk to their workers, and it could be fellows like this guy outside, whether they're going to be working in the cold, wind, snow, but also indoor workers again, working in those freezers, those cold storage, and they need to develop procedures and policies that address how they're going to handle this. Also, it'll identify the signs and symptoms of cold stress. They need to put controls in place to deal with that. They need to provide the workers with training on this, personal protective equipment, and they should have a system in place when they do find signs and symptoms of cold stress on workers for their removal and treatment of those workers.
Okay, what happens if a worker gets hypothermia? Okay, here goes the tree. We have to watch. What happens if a person suffers hypothermia on the job? What should they be doing about it?
First of all, you know, you want to remove them from the cold. Cover them up. Seek medical attention. If they've got wet clothing, anything that's keeping the cold in, remove that, cover them up again. If they are alert, try and get some warm fluids into them. It'll warm up. But again, seek medical attention.
Okay, so where can people get more information?
You know, as always, we kind of have a wonderful one-stop shop, the WorksafeBC.com, and there you're going to find a lot of materials when you type in cold stress or physical hazards. You're going to find work procedures, checklists, everything you need.
Awesome. All right, great segment today. Thank you very much for being here. Very timely. We're in for about 3 or 4 months of cold weather, so we all have to be safe and do our part to make sure others are safe on the job. Thank you for being here today, Patrick.
All right, stay warm and leather up.
That's right. Lots of layers. WorkSafeBC.com. Quick look at our Bells of Hope campaign here. If you have a few hours during your holiday season that you would like to donate your time to the Bells of Hope campaign, you can certainly give Christine a call down at the Salvation Army. They would love to hear from you. 819-0017. Again, a few hours of your holiday could translate into big dollars for the Salvation Army, relying on these funds to help those in our community who need it most. That number again, 819-0017. And here's the inquiry board. CFJCTV.com is where you can go to find out what's coming up on the show for our Friday. You can also reach out via social media or email me directly, midday@CFJCTV.com. We are out of time on this Thursday afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye for now.